Don't do it, guys. Don't place trades based on what you see here. Please consult your own financial advisors and do your own due diligence. All right, with that said, let's go. Man, it is November 2nd, um, Thursday, I believe. Well, actually Friday. It was supposed to be November 1st, Thursday. And man, what a crazy, crazy day I had. It's just incredible. This obviously recording at 1:20 a.m. in the middle of the night again. And the day chart has just ticked over, just running like $70 on the upside here pre-market next morning. But look at this, man. I had like $1,000 day or something like that, close to $1,000 day. Look at this. From here, boom, boom, almost $1,000. It's a huge leg up, huge leg up. So I did put another 500 because I didn't want to miss the opportunity. I bought a couple more Apple shares. They dropped down after market to 207 because of some news that came out that they're going to stop reporting the iPhone numbers and whatnot. But that really don't matter because they're still solid and it doesn't matter as much the sales, and they just don't want to be judged by that, which I mean they have their reasons to do it. I don't really care too much as long as the numbers are improving, the not the correct numbers, which is the earnings and their dividend, everything is going, and the growth and everything is going well with their business. So that's the only thing that matters. And they're already recovering some of that. I bought at 207. I'm already up. I've already made $8 on my on this huge day trade. Um, well, I'm gonna keep them though. I'm gonna keep the Apple shares. In other crazy news, I mean that's just starting. That's just the starters of the craziness today, right? So look at this. Gold and silver up. EXK had an 8% day. It got real bad here because it had bad earnings and all that. But the only reason why they're suffering is because Endeavor's got very high production cost, so they're very, very dependent. They can pull levers and stuff, and they can scale up and down, and they can cut costs, but they're very basically dependent on the price of silver. Like they care about that, it's their bloodline. Like they're a high cost producer, and I've explained how high cost producers work before, and they're very leveraged on the price, and so they're gonna pop with the price of silver a lot, even if the earnings were bad. The price here was pretty suppressed. Like, look, it got down to 187. I wish I had backed up the truck over here, but it's up at 213 now. I mean, these are big moves. Like, you know, I got the puts went down in value and just $150 and just stock appreciation. I have $2,000 in it here. Another $3,250 waiting to buy at 250 in January. So we'll see if we hit that mark. But that's a big move, man, and I hope it continues. I hope it's not like a dead cat bounce on the precious metals. At this point, I'm kind of, I'm ready to take some appreciation. Ford slid down a couple 3% or so, but it's still over $9, and it's still probably gonna get sold here. As you may know, I sold a call um, at $9 on 11/16, but he has some time to drop. And also saw the put at 850. So as long as the price stays somewhere in that range, I'm good. I'm not too worried about that company. It seems pretty stable at the moment. Um, so that's just this is the first crazy thing, right? Then we go into some other craziness. First of all, the rest of the markets are up. Now, one of the biggest craziness is right here. Look, C-SPAN. If you guys remember, I had a 400 up day on C-SPAN because I bought right before the earnings because I thought the earnings were gonna go well, and they beat by like 44%. And look, they went up another $220 today, another 8.5% for C-SPAN. Ain't that crazy? Now I'm up 32% on this company like this over 2 nights. And I have a $10 call and it's almost hitting it. I'm gonna be selling 100 shares at $10. I don't know if I should sell all of them. Honestly, I've seen some major gains, and who can hate that trade, you know? But I kind of like this company. I think maybe I should keep. It's probably it might be a mistake in retrospect, but I'll let it ride, and we'll see what happens here with this shipping container ship leaser. That's their business model. So that's craziness number two. So we have two companies over 8%, two of them that I really like. So it's my day today, man. It's my day, and hopefully that continues. Russia went up 1.5%. That's good because I had a put sold against it. And then we have, Asia Pacific funds going up like 3% here. And then, I mean, holy cow, we have, Newmont, Wheaton Precious Metals up 4.5%. I have 133 shares of that. Let's take a look at it real quick. It's at 17. I was minus on this, but it's another $80 gain from them today. I have a lot, I have $2,200 in it, 133 shares. So that went up huge and 4.5%. And then we go down into the uranium stocks, which are somewhat flat. But Cameco, my boys, look, beating the entire uranium market here. These companies are uranium. URA is the uranium exchange traded fund, uranium mining industry type of tied fund. So it's up 1.7. Cameco beating everybody, including URG and Energy Fuels. It's a 317% gain for the day. And look at this, another 3.5% aftermarket. Can you imagine this? I mean, it's ripping a hole into the uranium market right now. It's crazy, crazy gains for such a big company in the uranium for a little going on. Um, so look, it's 146 a day return for today and the aftermarket hours. That's a solid performance right there. I mean, these are huge moves. Um, so I'm really happy about that. As you can see, all these big movers are a big proportion of my portfolio, and that's why I went up a grand today. So I'm really pleased with the performances of everything. Even Switch is going up. If you remember, Switch is that company that I didn't know anything about, and I decided to sell a put at $12, and now I sold a call at $12, and hopefully it gets close to 12 so I can sell these shares. But even they went up and a little bit today, so they're not dying. And let's see. And finally, we have China, man. We got China up 4%. There's been talk about China trying to get some good trading deals with the US. So we'll see if that happens. And look at this mofo right here. Forget China 4.3%. Look at this mofo. JD. I don't have many shares at JD. I have just 10 shares. So whatever. It's a small amount. But it's another look, 8%er, and look at the aftermarket action too. It's another 3%. So that's like 11 over 11% gain for the day. This company's huge right now, bouncing back off its bottoms. I've been talking about this company, and I only have a put sold against it at $22. Doesn't look like it's gonna hit it by tomorrow. Anything can happen, but I highly doubt it. So I'm gonna be collecting these $2 that are left here of value, and I'm gonna be getting my $2,200 collateral back so I can play with it. But man, this is a big move. Look at this company right now. We They were up at $50. They're a Chinese retailer, JD.com, and I was talking about how it's reaching these all-time lows, this huge support zone, and how I'm not a technical analyst or anything like that, but it's right down where its all-time lows were on a technical basis, and I was kind of expecting a little bit of a rebound off of that. I wish I played this company more, but I just don't understand it. I'm too scared to risk too much money on it. I did commit that those $2,200 at $22 level, but I was just, it's kind of a bet, it's kind of a gamble. I don't know if I'm going to be going heavily into it. And look at this action continues this pre-market. Now I'm up $81 pre-market. I mean, I don't even know what to say. I'm really pleased with today. I'm pleased with what's gonna happen tomorrow. Hopefully, you know, hopefully this trade doesn't reverse, but it's a really nice bounce back off of a tough month that we've had. You can see the GDXJ even going up 3%. So silver miners up 3.9% as a whole. I mean, uranium's up, my chemical's up, uranium's up, silver's up, gold's up, mining, gold and silver mining stocks up, my shipping container up, like Russia up, China up, and mainly it's because the dollar went down. So as you know, uh, you may know this portfolio is kind of designed for dollar weakness. So when the dollar goes down, I think it went down like 0.7% or something like that. Um, Everything I own basically more or less up, goes up, you know. So hopefully that continues. Spotify having a rough time, but I still like Spotify. It's down, look, it's down at 139, and I might buy some more shares and average down a little bit. I mean, I listen to Spotify. I like Spotify. I listen to them daily. I am subscriber to Spotify. I pay money to some Spotify, and I want to own the companies that make the products that I use. Like that's one thing I want to do. You know, I use Spotify. I want to own it. I have an Apple phone. I want to own Apple, right? I don't particularly like the company or, the Apple culture. I don't like any of it, but I think it's a good phone, and I recognize that the company is run well, so and I recognize they're profitable, and then they have their shit going, um, in order. So I'm gonna buy the company. So I've done that with Spotify. I've done it with Apple, and I believe in the value of precious metals, so I have that as well, and as well as my global outlook. So I basically my portfolio is tailored to what I value, right? It's mostly my values. It's not other people's values for the most part. All right. Anyway, I think I've already done a lot of cheering here and celebrating. I'm gonna leave this video right here at this point, and I'll be making another one tomorrow, no matter what happens, up or down market. We're gonna test it out. We're gonna see what happens. I'll be waiting with anticipation, and the pre-market looks great so far. I'm over. I'm basically at all-time high for this account specifically. I'm 42,400. Never been high, I don't think. At least we're matching the highs. Let's see the all-time chart. We're matching the highs of 42,393. Now we're 42,407, so we're at an all-time high basically. You can see this huge rebound right here. Look, boom, $2,000 rebound. Not bad. All right, I think that's enough for now. Good luck in the markets, guys. Whoever's listening to this, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace out.